I promised energy solutions, and we have a plan calling for 50% of our electricity generated by renewable resources. And we can now insist that those who hold the leases to develop our conventional resources, that they do so now on Alaska's terms. So now finally, after decades of just talk, finally we're seeing oil and gas drilling up there at Point Thompson. And I promised that we would get a natural gas pipeline underway, and we did. Since I was a little kid growing up here, I remember the discussions, especially the political discussions, just talking about and hoping for and dreaming of commercializing our clean, abundant, needed natural gas. Our Gas Line Inducement Act, AGIA, that was the game changer. And this is thanks to our outstanding gas line team. And the legislature adopting this law 58-1. They know AGIA is the vehicle to drive this monumental energy project and bring everyone to the table. This bipartisan victory, it came from Alaskans working together with free market, private sector principles. And now we are on the road to the largest private sector energy project in the history of America. It is for Alaska's future, it is for America's energy independence, and it will make us a more peaceful, prosperous, and secure nation. What I promised, we accomplished. We, meaning state staff, amazing commissioners, great staff members assisting them, and conscientious Alaskans outside the bureaucracy. Tom Van Flein and Meg Stapleton and Kristen Cole, so many others, many volunteers who just stepped up to the challenge as good Alaskans. But nothing could have succeeded without my right-hand man, Chris Perry. She is the sharpest, boldest, hardest working partner. Chris is my right-hand man, and much success is due to Chris. So much success. And Alaska, there is much good in store further down the road. But to reach it, we must value and live the optimistic, pioneering spirit that made the state proud and free. And we can resist enslavement to big central government that crushes hope and opportunity. Be wary of accepting government largesse. It doesn't come free, and often accepting it takes away everything that is free. Melting into Washington's powerful, caretaking arms will just suck incentive to work hard and chart our own course right out of us. And that not only contributes to an unstable economy and dizzying national debt, but it does make us less free. I resisted the stimulus package. And we have championed earmark reform, slashing earmark requests by 85% to break the cycle of dependency on a stifling, unsustainable federal agenda. And other states should follow this for their and for America's stability. We don't have to feel that we must beg an allowance from Washington, except to beg the allowance to be self-determined. See, to be self-sufficient, Alaska must be allowed to develop, to drill and build and climb, to fulfill statehood's promise. At statehood, we knew this. At statehood, we knew this, that we are responsible for ourselves and our families and our future. And 50 years later, please, let's not start believing that government is the answer. It can't make you happy or healthy or wealthy or wise. What can? It is the wisdom of the people and our families and our small businesses and industrious individuals. And it is God's grace helping those who help themselves. And then this allows that very generous, voluntary hand up that we're known for enthusiastically providing those who need it. Alaskans will remember that years ago, remember we sported the old bumper sticker that said, Alaska, we don't give a darn how they do it outside. Do you remember that? I remember that, and remember, it was because we would be different. We'd roll up our sleeves, and we would diligently sow and reap. And we can still do this, to carve wealth out of the wilderness and make our living on the water with strong hands and innovative minds, now with smarter technology. It is what our first people and our parents did. It worked because they worked. We must be prudent and persistent and press for the people's right to responsibly develop God-given resources for the maximum benefit of the people. And we have come so far in just 50 years. We're no longer a frontier outpost on the periphery of the world's greatest nation. Now, as a contributor and a securer of America, we can attain our destiny in the promise of our motto, North to the Future. See, the pressing issue of our time? It's energy independence, because there is an inherent link between energy and security and energy and prosperity. Alaska will lead with energy. We will prove you can be both pro-development and pro-environment, because no one loves their clean air and their land and their wildlife and their water more than an Alaskan. We will protect it. Yes, America must look north to the future for security, for energy independence, and for our strategic location on the globe. Alaska is the gatekeeper of the continent. So we are here today at a changing of the guard. Now, people who know me, and they know how much I love this state, some still are choosing not to hear why I made the decision to chart a new course to advance the state. And it should be so obvious to you. It is because I love Alaska this much, sir, that I feel that it is my duty to avoid the unproductive, typical, politics as usual, lame duck session in one's last year in office. How does that benefit you? Now, with this decision now, I will be able to fight even harder for you, for what is right and for truth. That you need a title to do that. So as we all move forward together, let's vow to keep championing Alaska, to advocate responsible development and smaller government and freedom. And when I took the oath to serve you, I promised, remember I promised, to steadfastly and doggedly guard the interests of this great state, like that grizzly guards her cubs, as a mother naturally guards her own. And I will keep that vow wherever the road may lead. Todd and I, and Track, Bristol, Trip, Willow, Piper, Trig, I think I got them all. We will forever be so grateful for the honor of our lifetime to have served you. Our whole big, diverse, full and fun family, we all thank you. And I am very, very blessed to have had their support all along, for Todd's support. I am thankful too. I have been blessed to have been raised in this last frontier. Thank you for our home, Mom and Dad, because in Alaska it is not an easy living, but it is a good living. And here it is impossible to lose your way. Wherever the road may lead you, we have that steadying great North Star to guide us home. So let's all enjoy the ride. And I thank you, Alaska. God bless Alaska, and God bless America.